Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a little bit different. Some people on Twitch and YouTube have been asking for this for quite some time actually. So I decided to give it a go and make it. This is basically a tips video for everything that you need to know starting out fresh in a hardcore world. It's going to be specifically about 1.14. So people that are having trouble with learning the game from not playing it for so long, I'm going to give you a brief rundown of what to do. So, oh wow, this is a really good spawn. So the first thing that you want to do, of course, is get wood. That's obvious, right? And we got a really good spawn here, so we could probably just steal a bunch of stuff from this town. Next thing you're going to want to do is make a crafting table and make a sword. And the next thing you're going to want to do is head towards an ocean. Now, in all the versions of the game, the main goal would be to go underground, get materials, get iron, get gold, get all that stuff, right? And eventually get diamond. However, in 1.14, the meta has kind of changed. It is more advantageous and more beneficial to you to go straight to an ocean as quickly as possible. Since 1.13, they've changed oceans completely, and now they spawn with all this cool stuff underwater. So the first thing you're going to want to do is look for a ship in an ocean. So right now, I can see one right here. Now, ships are pretty much just guaranteed free loot. So when you do go down here, make sure that you are fast, and also, you need to grab some air before you drown. Find this little part here that has a door. If you can get into the door, you can breathe. Now, I'm going to bust through here. There's always a chest here. This will have a buried treasure map. Grab that. Take the chest too if you want. Head to the back of the ship. You'll find some food. And also, there should be an armory right at the back. Ah, here it is. It's around here somewhere. There it is. Perfect. So that pretty much gives you instant iron for, say, pickaxes, swords, and of course shields and armor. Now I wouldn't use it just yet. If you can, hold on to as much iron as possible and then decide what you want to craft from it. Now usually what I do is I loot about 3 or 4 ships and then head back to the spawn chunk area where I spawned. Here's another ship. This is an underwater structure. Now, usually these things will have drowned zombies protecting them. I can just hear one now. He's somewhere. Over there. And they'll usually have a chest, like, say, here. And another buried treasure map, of course. Take everything you can. You're going to need it. Pop it here. Oh, look at that. This is what I mean, guys. This is what I mean. The meta has completely changed. No longer do you have to mine straight away. You need to adventure and loot. Next thing you're going to want to do is open up one of these maps. So, to find the treasure, you want to open up F3. Point towards the north. So you can see we are at the bottom of the map. So we're in the south section. So we need to head north in that direction, in the northeast section. So it should be just over here. Yeah, we're not actually that far away. Now, there is a trick with these. I didn't know about this trick for the longest time because I'd never had to really adventure that much for this sort of stuff. But the best way to find the treasure, find exactly where it is to position yourself facing north like this. Okay. Line yourself up with the X. Slowly back up. We'll get out of flying so you can see how it goes. Slowly back up until your booty is just hanging out right there. You see how there's just a little slither of white? It's like 1 pixel. That means we're directly above it. So hopefully I can get proven right here. Oh, we're kind of in between. Let's have a look. Ah, okay, so it's probably going to be here. Oh, I was right the first time. There it is. And look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, so I've just finished stealing all this guy's stuff. And we're going to go to the crafting table. So, use this little book. It's very useful, by the way. Every time you pick up blocks, it lets you know what you can craft with those blocks. So, say for example, I can craft an iron chest bit. I can craft a golden chest bit if I want to. The thing you're going to want to make first, I would say, is probably a shield. So let's get some wood. There we go. So that's how you make a shield. I believe these are pretty much essential to not dying really early on in the new versions of the game. You're going to put it in your offhand, like so. And pretty much just have it on you for the majority of the time that you're in the overworld. And what the shield does, if you're not aware, is it will completely block projectiles and also creeper explosions. So for example, if I'm wandering around, or if I'm mining in a cave, and I hear a creeper walk up behind me, or I hear a creeper about to explode behind me, if you're quick enough, you can turn around and do this, and you will not take damage from the creeper explosion. Okay, so this guy should start walking up to me. No damage. That's how crucial shields are early game. Now, next thing you're going to want to do is, of course, go mining. Now, if you haven't already created your armor, I would suggest doing that now. And also make yourself an iron pick. Purely because it's going to last way longer than a stone one. Suggest making a chest plate. There may be pants, because they usually absorb most of the damage. If you can't make anything else, it's fine. We'll keep that for another pickaxe. And what I normally suggest doing now is mining pretty much a little staircase down from either the sea floor or from a lowest point you can find. Now, most people will say, hey, just go into a ravine. They're already pretty low down, right? Yes, but they are incredibly dangerous. Alright, so let's say if we're in a dark ravine, we don't see this guy, but he's going to see us soon, okay? I'm not going to hold up my shield. We're going to walk along as if we're just mining. Hopefully he sees us in a second. There he goes. Ready? Boom. Instantly. So if he lands directly on you, he can kill you. And especially in hardcore mode when they do more damage. These guys are not to be slept on. So for that reason, I recommend never going down a ravine. They are death traps. A pretty handy trick that I like to do every now and again is make myself some doors. And when I want to go mining, oh god, this is terrible. Oh jeez. What I like to do is I like to go underwater. I like to find a pretty low section, usually up against the wall. So let's say here, for example. All right, let's go about here. Dig away this stuff here. Start digging 2 blocks down. Place a door here and then here. And you have yourself pretty much an underwater safe cave. Now, of course, you're going to want to light this up. Now, I'd recommend going all the way down to level 11. So right now we are at... Here we go. Here's level 11 right now. Now, a lot of people will just mine 2 blocks high. Honestly, it's personal preference. I usually mine 3 blocks high. But again, it's not really a thing. Oh, look at that. The one thing I tell you, look. Oh my god, this is a perfect example. Look at this, okay? Creeper right up there. I'm going to turn myself into survival. This is why you don't do this. This is why you don't go into ravines, okay? You stay away. You stay away from ravines. You do a complete U-turn, alright? I'm sure most of you remember how to do strip mines, but for those that don't, the way I do strip mines is I dig 3 high. Again, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I dig 3 high. And I will dig across like this, so there are 2 blocks in between. And dig across here. So you always want to make sure that there are 2 blocks in between each path that you've dug. Like so. And the reason for this is pretty simple. You can see if there's any diamond on this side, and you can see if there's any diamond on this side. You're not missing any blocks when you dig like this, unless you're wanting to see something that's in the floor or in the roof. Other than that, you're good. So yeah, again, the meta has completely changed. It's not just about mining straight away, it's more so about adventuring. But always remember to make a note of where you spawned, because this area will be your safe haven, especially if you go to the end realm and the game can't detect where your bed was. You will be put right back at spawn chunks. Now, what you're going to do if the spawn chunks aren't safe? You're probably going to get overwhelmed. you're probably going to die. So be always aware that spawn chunks are incredibly important, not just for builds, like farms and stuff in the future, but also for your safety. One thing that is also incredibly important, that doesn't matter so much in the early game, but will matter if you decide to go adventuring after mining. You need to sleep after 3 days have passed, because if you don't sleep for 3 days, on the 4th night, phantoms will spawn at night and try and kill you. Now, phantoms, they can spawn in the air, so it's not like you can half slab all the area up around you or light everything up. It doesn't matter. Phantoms will spawn above you in the night, swoop down and try and kill you. And early on in the game, they can do some big damage, and you can be overwhelmed pretty quick. Now, don't worry, they will die once the sun comes up. They'll start burning. But if you hear this noise, run for cover. That's pretty much the video there, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all YouTube bollocks. Let me know if there's anything that you would like me to elaborate on further in another video, or if you'd like me to do more advanced tips and tricks for later in the game. Yeah, with that, I will catch you guys in the next video.